franchise tag for Tampa Bay.
Well, perhaps the biggest franchise tag distinction will lie in Dallas as they try to figure out the Dak Prescott contract extension. What are you hearing there, Ian?
As far as I can tell right now, nothing is imminent and really have not gained any traction on a long-term deal between Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Anything is possible, but I just do not sense that one is going to be coming before tomorrow. And if that's the case, the Cowboys are obviously holding on to him. They are going to franchise tag Dak Prescott. From what I'm told, it's going to be the exclusive tag, which is the more expensive one, $33 million, but it means no one can talk to him. No one can sign him away for 2 first-round draft picks. He is going to remain with the Cowboys. They just like to get a long-term deal with Amari Cooper along with doing that.
Lastly here real quick, Ian, does the Tannehill deal mean anything for the Dak Prescott deal?
Doesn't seem like it does. It's a really nice deal for Tannehill. It's a lot of money. The quarterback market is really strong, but doesn't necessarily alter anything that Prescott is asking for.
All right, thanks very much, Ian Rappaport. As we get back here now, Maurice Jones-Drew and Steve Weich. We've obviously been talking about this Dak deal and whether it's going to get done and when it's going to get done, seemingly for over a year now. MJD, how do you feel like the Ryan Tannehill extension and the framework there might affect what the Cowboys ultimately end up giving Dak?
Well, at first I really felt like maybe Ryan Tannehill's deal may, push Dak's number up. But after hearing what Ian Rappaport talked about, the franchise tag being $33 million, I'm not going to accept anything less than that annually per year. So if the deal that you offered me was $33 million, why would I accept that? It makes sense. I can get that for 1 year. I need something more than in this long-term deal, I need to have an average per year a little bit more than that. And I think Dak deserves that. I think a lot of people criticize Dak for them not winning this year, but you also have to understand their defense wasn't the best. They had a lot of injuries going on. Dak is one of the most winningest quarterbacks in that Cowboys franchise as of late, and what he's been able to do. They go to the playoffs every year. This was a down year. So for me, I think Dak deserves to be up there with that 35, 38, possibly $40 million deal. And the only thing I have concerns with is that if you keep waiting, there's other guys that are coming along like Deshaun Watson, he's outperformed. There's another guy by the name of Patrick Mahomes, right? Where he might not have outperformed Patrick Mahomes, but he's going to be right underneath him. And so you want to get that deal done sooner rather than later, because as these other deals are coming in, the price is going to go up.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's the case. But I do think the priority, if they can't get long-term deals done, you're going to see Dak go ahead and get that franchise tag number.
You got to at that point, right?
Correct, but then that's going to expose Amari Cooper.
Right, so what happens there?
So okay, you expose Amari Cooper. Someone's going to make a run at him, right? This is one that's going to be probably the top free agent wide receiver on the market. So if you're a team like the Arizona Cardinals, aren't you going to look at him? We need that help. Or what about, we talk about getting Tom Brady some help in New England. What about the New England Patriots? He would fit exactly what they do. He is a quiet guy. He would fit that Patriot way system that they have going right there. And he would give Tom Brady an intermediate threat and a deep threat option, a catch-and-run guy. He would open up the field. So if the Cowboys expose Amari Cooper, I would not expect him to be back in Dallas.
I feel like the Eagles might be interested on that front.
Any other team
looking for the wide receiver,
any team in the NFC,
Giants?
The Giants, the Eagles.
Well, it could be like a double bonus. You subtract from Dallas, you add to yourself. You know what I mean? All right, let's take a look at some other of the top free agents according to NFL.com.
Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys and wonderful ladies, this does not work. So let's get open for business. And you know what? Hold up. Here's what. Tell you what, we got to make a little adjustment here. Knock over the bottle here. I think that's more fitting. I think we turn the football gods back on this organization. I do not know what in the hell the Dallas Cowboys are doing. I just don't know.
Why in the hell would the Dallas Cowboys do this? Seriously. Seriously.
So you didn't listen to me last week at
You're
all.
going to bring...
I don't. I'm blown away. I put out several videos today, several different videos and stuff, because I've gone through all kinds of emotion. But before, you know what? Before we go off, let me first say thank everybody for coming in here tonight. Okay? Every day I wake up, I put up the window and see if the sun's coming up right now. We have a lot of stuff that's happening right now. And let me say this. We need to work together, all of us, to get past the situation that's going out here. This virus is real, but we need to band together. To me, this is like World War II. Forget about where you come from, how much money you make, all that stuff. If you're black, white, Asian, we need to get together because we're only as strong as the weakest link. So, there's going to be people out there that are going to need help. So check on people. Call friends. Call on people that you know that are by themselves. Call on people who don't know how to cook too well. Call and check on people to make sure they're okay. And I'm going to do what I can try and do to help people out too, because people are going to be short of cash. People are going to be short of food. We don't know how long this is going to last, but we are Americans. Well, some of you guys are actually, some of you actually are from all around the world. We are world citizens, and this is the time for all of us to get together, and maybe we can be better after we get out of here. So, with that being said, news that's going on around by now, unless you've been under a rock, and most people are home. So if you're home and you're getting bored, just catch up on the Joe Boo Sports Report. We're gonna be up here first thing in the morning doing our morning video. We're gonna be smoking barbecue, so you can, maybe I'll just set a camera out there so you can just watch the smoke. We're gonna be working in the workshop. We're going to be following along with free agency and see what's going on with that stuff. So we are going to be taking care of business so you can get your fix right here. And Lord knows, there's plenty to talk about with our Cowboys. When I woke up this morning, I was hoping that I'd look at my cell phone and I'd see that Dak was done or Amari was done or something. What's up, Miss Jackie? Ryan Kirk, how you doing? Q, stay away from Buc-ee's and let the dogs out. Grassy Tim, Randy Sykes. It seems like the Cowboys, I know Jerry likes drama. We know Jerry likes drama, okay? But you don't want this. Jerry Jones screwed our season up last year with doing this stuff. How many of y'all watch Game of Thrones? We all were just, listen, let's be honest.
Cowboys Nation, thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate that.
I think what I'm going to do with super chats is after YouTube takes their cut and stuff, is I'm going to put that into like a pile. And we're going to use that to be able to try and help others, and along with Rappahannock's the Raptors football team try and sponsor some kids. So appreciate that. And all the super chats I got today and yesterday, we'll put those in. We'll be doing some more drawings. We'll do some more drawings each day during the week. So don't worry, I didn't forget you. So I appreciate that. Appreciate that super chat. But if you watch Game of Thrones, like I said, forget the last season because it looked like, okay, the party's over, the lights are getting ready, come on, let's get that last dance and get the hell out of here because they screwed up the last season. It sucked. But the queen, is it Cersei? Cersei. When they had the religious sect that was like trying to punish her, and they stripped her butt naked and they made her walk through the streets, and the woman is the real big woman and all that, she's singing, saying shame, 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 as they make her walk through the crowd, butt naked, exposing her and having everybody, yell, scream, throw tomatoes at her and stuff. Shame, shame, shame. This is what the Dallas Cowboys do when it's time for a guy to get paid. They run him through the streets butt naked and tell him, we're trying to work out a deal. So I'm sitting here today and I'm reading all these comments about people saying Dak Prescott is a greedy bastard. Let him walk. Get him out of here. Screw him. He should be thankful that he has a job. He should be thankful. We don't need his ass. And I'm kind of like, wait, what? I'm like, the fuck? I'd understand that philosophy if anybody was taking a lesser deal. Ryan Tannehill just got $29 million, 91 of it guaranteed. Ryan Tannehill, a guy who was roadkill from Miami, had a blown out knee, played on an offense that had, Henry, who was beast mode to the second. They gave him 29.
Cowboys Nation, thank you very much.
Because I had people say, yeah, but look at that. He won a playoff game. He got him to the playoffs. He won a playoff game. Do you realize that in 2 playoff games, he only threw 30 passes? 30 passes. That's 15 passes a game. And then, see, in Baldo, I just need to block your ass because you about the stupidest, make the dumbest ass comments. Ryan made the playoffs. You mean his team made the playoffs because he had a damn good defense that stopped people, and they had the running back that was beasting over people.
Raymond, thank you very much for that super chat.
It's more than just the quarterback, you freaking idiot. And see, that's the crap I'm talking about. People that don't know shit about football but swear that they do.
Stuart Morrison, thank you very much. I appreciate that, and we're definitely going to start building the Joe Boo Fund.
And yes, by the way, Miss Jackie is correct. Dak has as many playoff wins as Ryan Tannehill. And a lot better numbers. And better coaching, I will say, too.
Keith, maybe Mike McCarthy wants to bring in all his own guys, you think?
He's going to bring in Aaron Rodgers? Is that who he's going to bring in? So I'm just sitting here, but I'm sitting here thinking, okay. So they tagged him. More than likely, here's what I know will happen. Dak will get paid eventually. But the Cowboys always like to make you think that they the high rollers. We wheeling and dealing. Yeah, we're the Cowboys. We get deals done. I'm a deal maker. That's the way they appear, right? They always telling you how we gonna make this deal. Did we hear them negotiate in Minnesota? Here's what happened in Minnesota. Minnesota has been trying to re-sign Kirk Cousins in the offseason because they looked at it and they said, we don't have any money to pay free agents. Kirk Cousins turned down several of those deals. You understand that? I didn't hear anybody saying, Kirk Cousins is a greedy bastard. Kirk Cousins, screw him, let him walk. Even though he had already gotten the guaranteed $88 million from Minnesota and already collected 60 of it in the last 2 years.
Big Country, thank you for becoming a member, man. Email me at cowboysmark94gmail so I can get your shot glass.
Let me put that up. Oh, and I got, you'll see something, you'll see over here, Cowboys Experience. Excuse me, Cowboys Experience over here. You know that's my main dogs when I want to get my tickets. But you also see my other man, my other buddy, Derek over here with, Gigabyte Computers. We're going to talk about him a little later. But Gigabyte Computers is going to help take us to another level because he's going to be building me my computer. And right now, if you got to get some computer stuff, right now everybody going to be home. People are going to be live streaming from home. People are going to have to do school from home and all that stuff. If you need computers and stuff, email me too at Cowboys, and I'll get you in touch with Derek because he can. He works with disabled veterans and things like that, building computers and stuff. And like I said, he's building me a gaming system that I'm going to be able to do all kinds of stuff with this. But anyway, I digress. So I'm sitting here. Kirk Cousins gets another $66 million guaranteed on top of the $88 million that he already had guaranteed. Now, you looked at the first year that he played in Minnesota, that was some shit. You look at the first couple of games of this season, they were saying Kirk Cousins, they may just cut him. They'll just eat the loss and let him go. So, if that guy, 66 plus 88, let's see, what is that? 60, that's 95, that's 94, 94 plus 60, that's $154 million. $154 million. And they had to cut defensive players on their team. Everything they said the Cowboys have to do, they're going to cut the team. Well, they're cutting the team up there. Nobody blinking an eye. Nobody's saying shit. So this guy now has guaranteed money, will have made and or guaranteed money for $200 million with another year on there at another $33 million. So he is going to be over $200 million. Dak has got 4. Dak is 6-1 against Kirk Cousins, has the same amount of playoff wins. And you guys say he's selfish, he's greedy. The fuck? What is wrong with y'all? And you know what, trolls? Excuse me, moderators, Miss Jackie, Jet D, how you doing? Any of these jackass trolls tonight, you can let them walk the fuck out of here, okay? And make sure the door hits them on the ass when they go out. Because I'm not putting up with any of these dumbass mother humpers tonight, okay? I'm not putting up with them. Life is too damn short, okay? If there's any good news out there, at least the Cowboys weren't the dumbest team in Texas today. Jerry Jones and crew ought to say, thank you, Bill O'Brien. You just took some of the heat off of us, took some of the focus off. Because we're not the only laughingstock out there right now. We're not the only ones. How the hell do you get rid of Hopkins? Because, see, here's one of those things. I'm going to tell you. Everybody keeps saying, we're going to see how Dak Prescott is with Amari Cooper. Yeah, when you don't have people to throw to that make plays, it makes a difference. We've been talking about, well, Tom Brady didn't have any weapons this year, so his numbers were down. Yes, that happens. And everybody else gets a pass but Dak Prescott on that. But Hopkins, have you seen what Hopkins does? I mean, that guy would be a Hall of Famer, or is going to be a Hall of Famer. Hopkins, I gave you guys earlier, just think about this. How many times have we seen Cowboy players have the ball right here and somehow it hits them in the helmet? I saw Michael Gallup do that. I've seen Dez do that. When you get the ball right here, that's supposed to be a catch, isn't it? How many times have we seen? Yeah, but Mike, can you toss me a football? Can you toss me football, please? Uh-oh. Mike, the mic cam, okay. No, I mean like for the regular footballs. My camera. Okay. Well, I wasn't looking for that one, but okay.
Yeah, but that's related to your channel.
Okay, all right. So hold up. My middle camera, I don't know why, but it keeps doing this crazy, stupid shit. Let me go to that camera till the other one comes back. Okay. How many times have we seen the football coming in here and hitting the shoulder pads, bouncing up into a defender's hand, and they go to the house? How many times? We've seen that a few times, haven't we? We've seen. Didn't our team have more drops than anybody else in the NFL? Drop balls, that's where the ball catches your hands and they drop it. See, Hopkins, he don't drop the ball. Hopkins gets separation from guys. As in, you look at a lot of those pass plays that Deshaun Watson is throwing, it's not like he's got somebody draped on him. That guy is wide the F open. He's got 3, 4, 5, sometimes 10 yards of separation. You get rid of that. What Bill? See, there's something. For a while there, it used to be. Bill Parcells was one of the first ones that said, if I'm going to cook the meal, I want to buy the groceries. He was the GM coach and all. He was the guy who really started that. And then you started seeing guys like Mike Holmgren. When he went, from the Packers and everything to Seattle, he was the GM as well. And he screwed up the team. They took that away from him. You've seen guys who have been trying to be coach and GM, and there's very few guys that can do both of those tasks. And O'Brien is one of those guys that, for me, he got problems just coaching. He got problems in just coaching the team, because I look at how he's let Deshaun Watson get the crap beat out of him. And now you're going to let that guy make trades? So, wait. You're going to bring in a running back who's injured for one of the best wide receivers in football, give up a 5th-round pick to get a second back? And it was because you were worried that, he's going to need a pay raise? You just handicapped your quarterback, who, by the way, is going to need to get paid. So you look at that and say, at least we're not those guys. Yeah, thank you. No, wait, whoa. Why'd you delete that one, Philly? Hold on. That was no. You shouldn't have. No, you shouldn't have deleted that one. James was 100. He was 100. Philly, careful when you do these things. Why'd you time? Wait a minute, Philly. Why'd you time him out? He said that Hopkins had more yards. That Amari had more yards than Hopkins. Why are you timing him out for that? That was not. That's a fact. What's amazing is, as good as Hopkins was, Hopkins had 106 receptions. Amari only had like 73. Hopkins had like 1,150 yards. Amari Cooper had like 50 yards more on less catches. Hopkins averaged like, 10 point something a catch. Amari averaged 14 something a catch. Think about that. And so the Cowboys are saying, we can't reach a long-term deal with you, Amari. You already said you want to be a Dallas Cowboy, for life. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and do that. So we'll keep working on the deal. And, since you want to be a Cowboy for life, we apologize on that one. Philly was a little quick on the trigger. I hope you don't leave me, man. I was trying to pull it back, but he timed you out when I was trying to bring it back. Sometimes we all make mistakes.
Beto Sanchez, thank you very much for the super chat.
What's up? I want a shot glass. To get a shot glass, if you become a channel member, you get a shot glass, or you can order them at CowboysMark94 Gmail. Okay, so the Texans, we can say, are going to take a step back. The Cowboys, we done let everybody go, except for Blake Jarwin. Blake Jarwin gets 3 years extension, added on this deal, $24 million, $9 million guaranteed. That's actually a good deal. That's a good deal. Byron Jones is now a Miami Dolphin, and Miami all of a sudden, they thought that they were, basically trying to get to it. They may go ahead and hold on to Ryan Fitzpatrick because they're building a defense down there. All of a sudden, that guy we let go, Taco, that we could still have him here right now dirt cheap because he would have still been on his rookie contract, who had as many sacks as DeMarcus Lawrence. Or maybe more, Michael says. Interesting. They're building a defense, and they got draft picks. So that team could all of a sudden be a lot better than they were. So not only are we hoping that Amari Cooper and us can make a deal, we're hoping that we can make that a deal. There's no guarantee that we can make a deal with them. Right now, you can best believe that there's some people out there, some teams that are saying, wait a minute, hold up. He's a free agent. The Cowboys didn't make a deal for him. We can knock his socks off, and maybe we can get that guy. There's a couple times in my life where I'm just adamant about doing something. And people will always tell me I'm an idiot. You're stupid. That's the wrong move. You're an idiot. Okay? I said, right over there, because that's the studio, which was this. I used to have, you haven't been here that long. This channel has grown quite a bit as far as the set and everything else. But I built this locker about 3 years ago, and it used to sit over here. And I changed everything around. But I sat there in this locker, and at the beginning of free agency, I said, go get Calais Campbell. 3 years ago. I said, that guy will make all the difference in the world on the Dallas Cowboys defense. I said, if there's a guy to buy the farm for, it's Calais Campbell. And people said, you are so freaking stupid. You're only talking about Calais Campbell because you know him. He stinks. He's old. He's over the hill. He only gets 7-8 sacks a year. He's a bum. He's not going to help us. He's a waste of money. Shit. The next year he was runner-up defensive MVP. 14.5 sacks. The guy who's been an absolute stud all 3 years. Now, Baltimore just got him. 5th-round draft pick. $27 million deal, $20 million guaranteed, $13 million a year. And that guy still had, I want to say, 7 sacks last year and 58 tackles. And he was NFL Man of the Year. And Lord knows we could use some of that in Dallas. But I was told I was a freaking idiot. I went to the damn draft and said, draft Dak Prescott. He'll be a stud. He's the perfect guy for the Dallas Cowboys. You're an idiot. He's a bum. He's a nobody. Well, I got to tell you, the return on the investment of a 4th-round pick has been fucking incredible. And that's why I'm like, right now, this is the move to freaking make.
Cowboys 1971, thank you for the super chat.
Have Troy run Dallas. So, you're banking on, there was a reason. Another guy I said to go ahead and get. I said DeMario Davis. Linebacker with the Jets. Free agent. I even called Brian Brodus, said, Brian, I don't know if you have any pull. I said, please, please, please tell the Cowboys to look at DeMario Davis. Please. This is before we ended up getting Van Der Esch. I said, please get this guy. He doesn't miss time. The guy has the right attitude. He's a leader. People follow him. And the dude can play because he had like 125 tackles, 6 sacks that last year with the Jets. He sat right here, and I interviewed him in my house in my right here. He taught me something that is very, very huge. Because I sat here and I said, man, you know, what's going on with the contract, man? I mean, are the Jets going to sign you? I said, I don't know. He said, but you got to understand something. He said, there is no loyalty in football. He said, you see guys get cut, move on, brought back. He said, I was brought in by the Jets. They traded me to Cleveland. They brought me back to the Jets. Now, let's see if they actually want to keep me. He said, they weren't loyal to me.
Zach Keller, thank you very much for Super Chat.
They weren't loyal to me. I get a 1099 at the end of the year. I am an independent contractor just like every single one of those players. It's up to every one of us to make our own deal. There is no team when it comes to money. There is no loyalty. It's who's going to pay me the most. And that's the way it works out. It's nothing personal. It's business. So you let Amari Cooper go out there. He knows what the Cowboys were already offering him. He might say, you know what? These guys are offering me $3 million more without the drama. You know, I'm kind of low-key. Hell, maybe New England wants me. I can go up there with Tom Brady throwing to me without the drama and have, you know, one of the greatest coaches in the history of football and get more money. You know, why didn't the Cowboys, you know, why did they wait till the last minute to try and rush me a deal and get me to sign? We had all kinds of time to get this thing done. We could have done this thing last year. We were eligible. And you're banking as the Cowboys that, oh, okay, he said he wants to be a Cowboy for life. You're going to really risk that much? You're going to say, well, that player's going to be loyal to me? Money talks and bullshit walks. Ain't no lie about that. Money talks and bullshit walks. I hope we can get Cooper back because you look at those numbers. I know people will say, you know, the last 7 games. You know, for some reason, like when the Cowboys played against the Eagles, you know, Dak Prescott had a messed up shoulder. Nobody gives him any of that. Nobody, oh, you know, Dak, oh, no. Dak sucks. Dak couldn't throw a touchdown against.
Cowboy Nation, thank you very much. Appreciate that Super Chat.
Uncle Mike's relaxed. Coop's been getting crazy numbers thrown his way. Whoa, wait, hold on. Thrown him all day and he didn't budge. This is a new regime, and like you, I'm starting bugging and realizing fire crotch isn't there. McCarthy has done more with less minus the quarterback. I hope you're right, man. I'm just trying to understand if Cowboys Nation, I appreciate the Super Chat. I'm just trying to understand, is there a plan here? Or is this another one of those just trust the process? You're not a fan of paying running backs and wide receivers? I get that. But we've already done that with the running back. So who are you a fan of actually paying? Because right now, we've only played a 2-year, 2 great season edge rusher, and we paid a running back, and we're not paying a quarterback. And so hypothetically, now let's go back through people's arguments. They say Dak Prescott wants too much money, so we can save money. So I want you to understand what's going on with the Raiders right now. The Raiders are about to sign Marcus Mariota. Yes. I wish you guys had seen Michael's face. He's walking through. He's carrying some coffee, okay? And he was like, the fuck? The fuck? So it's like, wait a minute. Wait.
I thought he was going to resign.
I don't see how that's an upgrade. I honestly, if anything, that's a lateral move at best. Marcus Mariota came to stay healthy.
Wasn't he with Tennessee?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they already. Yeah, the time move on from.
But no. Understand? No, listen. You had Derek Carr, who at one time was okay. Yeah, I'm not saying Derek Carr is great. Okay, hold on. I'm not saying Derek Carr was great, although we had some Cowboy fans say we should make a trade for Derek Carr. So at least at one point he was thought about in the MVP candidate.
That's a downgrade.
Right. Now, but here's the thing. The reason I can say that they want to get him is because their GM. Oh God, why can't I think of his GM? Because he had him as the number one graded player in the draft. So he's trying to prove that I was so smart to get that guy. Right, Mike B. That's what I'm saying. He couldn't win a job with the Titans. I'm gonna be interested to see how much money they pay him. If they come through and they pay him like $30 million, right, Randy. That's what I'm saying. At best, it's an equal move. Mariota and Derek Carr. He's officially okay. So right. So I want to see what that number looks like. Because people are like, oh, well, we could get Derek Carr for less money. Okay, all right, but how's that helping our team? Do you think that guy's gonna? Did he take his team to the playoffs last year? Okay. Sheila, I was like, wait a minute, Sheila. I was gonna like, oh, Sheila. Oh, okay. How are we saving money if there's not a deal and he plays on the tag? Yeah, and see. That's what most people don't seem to understand. For some reason, they understand that, okay, your franchise tag is a 1-year deal. So that means we're saving money. Not realizing that when you get a long-term deal, it's more than 1 year. So it's spread out. So to give you an idea, when you take Ryan Tannehill's $29.5 million a year, the first year it's only going to be about $20 million. So that means there's $9 million less than what that is. So with Dak Prescott's deal right now as a franchise tag, it's $33 million. There's no prorated. There's no, moving around. There's no, it's $33 million. That's taken off of the $77 million. That drops it down. There's nothing you can do about that. If you get a long-term deal, Mark, $33 million a year, $5 million guaranteed. Don't understand my judgment? Aussie Thompson, hold it. If he got it, okay, hypothetically, let's say, well, I'll tell you why he wouldn't take the $33 million. Because the $33 million is the tag price. If you're taking a deal that's $33 million a year, I'm better off with you just tagging me this year and next year. Because the tag price for this year is $33. Then the next year it's 120% of this year's. So that's about $40 million. So if you're saying you're paying me $33 million a year, well, if I take the franchise tag for 2 years, you're paying me $37.5. So you're asking me to take less money with that deal than if I just stay on the tag. I'm getting the same money. It's not an offer. That's basically, that's a lesser offer than what you're actually doing with the franchise tags. And if I'm looking at this and I'm saying, Ryan Tannehill, I'm a hell of a lot better than Ryan Tannehill. I say I'm better than Carson Wentz. Why should I take less money than Carson Wentz? Why should I take less money than Jared Goff, who got their deals a year ago? Because understand now, Kirk Cousins, 2 years after getting his deal, it's 33. Now, here's the other thing that I think most people aren't looking at. The difference may be is Dak doesn't want to have a long-term deal. The Cowboys do. They may be negotiating on the years on the contract. Because as Kirk Cousins just showed you, I got a 3-year deal. After 2 years, I renegotiated and got more money and another check. So he got a signing bonus check 2 years ago, a big, fat, juicy, I'm talking about juicy. Like big old booty juicy. Okay? He got that 2 years ago. He got another one today. $66 million more. So if you're Dak Prescott, why do you want to sign like a 6-year deal? No, I want a 4-year deal at most. I want more guaranteed money than these other guys. And that's only fair. These guys, Kirk Cousins is now in the $200 million range. So Aussie Thompson, You don't understand. It's not about what, I mean, of course, you and I can live on that and take care of the whole community. But it's not about us living in that world. How many out of the, 5 billion people in the world can actually play NFL quarterback on that level? It's supply and demand. It's just like I said, my house right here, you take this house, put it in Houston, it's probably $300,000. You take this house and put it in Alabama, it's like $150,000 or $200,000. But here in D.C., it's a hell of a lot more. Why? Because that's the freaking market. You can look at it and say, well, you know what? That house isn't worth all that. It doesn't matter. That's the market. And the new bottom for the market is now Tannehill at 29.5. And I bet you Mariota is at that range too. So if that's the bottom, when Deshaun Watson gets his, that's going to be in the 40s. Pat Mahomes. Deshaun Watson's been looking at it and saying, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and get me a team-friendly deal because, we need to get a receiver. No. You know why? You know why they ended up making that dumbass trade? Because they were worried about them having to redo Hopkins' contract, knowing that Watson is going to have to get a big payday. That's why they say, well, let's see if we can get a pick now. It's not a great move, but at least, we won't cut him next year and get nothing. We at least get a second-round pick and we get a running back. That's why that move was made. I heard Snoop, and I would play that, but right now, man, I see. I got to be careful the clips I show because now you play. They're copyrighting you on everything. Everything. And I wanted to play that Snoop Dogg. He was like, basically, Snoop put them on blast. Anyway, just look for it. Snoop Dogg goes off on First Take. But playing anything like that, you get anything from Disney, they're like the Disney cops now. They will literally shut the videos down on Facebook. On Facebook, seriously. Yes, sir. Well, I'm sorry, you're saying what, Mike? Right. And it's kind of like I'm helping to promote your channel. ESPN, you stink. I know they don't care. No, they just care. It's just show me the damn money. That's what it's.
NFL, they don't care. They just want to make the money.
That's right, and they don't want you to make a dime off of it.
At least the NFL is kind enough to at least let you keep the clips up. You can't get paid for it.
But here's okay. So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's just stop right there. Here's the thing. If you're saying $33 million a year, okay. If you're saying that Ryan Tannehill is 29.5. If you're saying that Kirk Cousins is 33, if you're saying that some more of these guys are going to be in the 40s, wouldn't it be advantageous to say, you know what, what's $3 more million to make my quarterback happy, to make everybody happy, to get this all out of the media, so we can feel happy about it. Instead, you look like we don't give a damn about nobody.
Randy, thank you very much for the super chat.
35 mil would be 38 to 40 mil elsewhere with no income. Okay, but hold up. I get you. I feel what you're saying. But for some reason, with everybody out there, it doesn't matter if they're playing in Vegas or New England or DC, wherever. We never try and justify why we should pay them less. Oh, it's the taxes here. Oh no, he gets endorsements there. Oh, it's always like we're trying to find a reason why we should not give him fair market value. I don't know why we do that with this guy and nobody else. We know that Kirk Cousins, to get paid, had to let go players. They cut 2 standout defensive players because they have no money. And they had to turn around and do another deal for Kirk Cousins for more money to reduce his cap number. We know that Deshaun Watson lost his best Hall of Fame up and coming wide receiver because they're worried about having to pay him. So he hurt the team there because they know we're going to pay that guy. If everybody else is feeling the pain and having to do this, why is it we feel like, well, we're the Cowboys, we don't have to do that? And Amari, yes, you're late here. Z. Yes, Amari Cooper. The only thing I can say is this. The only hope that I have is the fact that Amari Cooper, we haven't heard him going for talking to any teams. That we haven't heard anybody saying they're going out for Amari. That has to be the only good news that you have, that he hasn't signed with somebody already. That maybe he really meant that this is where I want to be. We're close enough on the deal that I'm not going to look to go anyplace else. I'm hoping that's it. Oh, Broderick Johnson. You just said that. What did Miss Anita? Yes, Miss Anita. Wait a minute. Let me go back and see. I apologize. Shout out to all of you that are in here, because there's a lot of you in here, but the chats are flying by. I'm trying to read them, but it's like literally so many. Oh, we're the new Cleveland Browns, who just signed Case Keenum too. Yeah, they just signed Case Keenum as well. But the only thing I haven't heard is trust the process. And Zeppelin fan, yeah, you're late, but you're here at the party, so shout out to you. The only thing I haven't heard is trust the process. And I'm kind of like, why should we trust the process when we ain't done shit in forever?
Cowboy Nation 3324, thank you very much for that super chat.
Wait a minute. And that road past too damn quick. I couldn't even read the damn comment. Damn. I need somebody else to be just to help read the damn comments and run the board. People are bugging. Dak is worth it. Pay him and call it a day. Should have been done last year. Sign Coop, upgrade the D, and I'm hearing 31.5 on the tag. No, it's not 31. It's 33. The tag is 33. Zeppelin fan, what's up, man? Trust shaking my damn head. Vaughn, Vaughn, here's the thing, though. This is what blows me away. Like I said, they're like, the Cowboys are like the guy that's always like, yeah, man, we wheeling the deal. We high rollers and everything. We always get, great deals and things, right? Yeah. But you sit there and look and say, yeah, we can screw those guys. Because they always going to pay too much. They always end up doing all this stupid stuff. Like I said, the walk of shame. Cersei having to walk through the crowd butt naked, and make her feel bad. That's what we do to guys before we finally pay them. Emmitt Smith had to do it. DeMarcus Lawrence had to do it. Des Bryant had to do it. Zeke Elliott had to do it. DeMarco Murray basically begged just about to try and stay here. We keep doing this to guys. It's like, why? Why? Kirk Cousins turned down several offers from Minnesota till he finally got the 33. He wasn't looking to go ahead and do the right thing as Cowboy fans. He was greedy as hell. He knows he's going to have a worse team on his roster because he took more money. But they don't care. Well, I appreciate that, Eric. There's a 24-hour news cycle, and it's kind of like we hear the same thing. And it's just like, a lot of people are like, how could the NFL still be doing business like this? It's a travesty. What else are we going to do? How many times can we watch the news over and over again and realize we're getting shut down? We need to stay home, keep away from people and all that. So what are we going to do when we're sitting at home? Just keep watching the news and get more and more paranoid? I'm actually happy that we got this to talk about. I'm happy that we got some drama out there that Bill O'Brien is a freaking idiot. So, I'm happy that we're trying to figure out what's going to happen with, Tom Brady. Is he going to go to Tampa Bay? Is he going to go back to New England? Hey, this is great. Yeah, Dak Prescott is the first Cowboy quarterback to be franchised. Yeah, it's sad. And that's where you sit there and think. So the question will be, is what will Dak do? when Russell, whoa, 666 is the amount of people watching. Please, somebody else come in. Please. I don't like seeing that. 666 people? No, that's the devil. That's the devil. It's the devil. No. Somebody else, please join in, or somebody drop out, please. That number's got to change. Ah. Okay, that's good. It's at 664. Whew. Okay. I don't know why we do this. Oh, camera messed up again. Hold on. That's the devil there. I don't know why that camera, that's the new Mevo camera keeps doing that. I think I'm going to need to reboot it. Apologize, guys. Your birthday is 6660? Damn. Okay. Has it been good luck for you? You know what? I'm feeling down right now. I actually really am. You know what I do when I feel down about my Cowboys? Do you guys have something that you do to cheer yourself up? You know what I do? Yeah, that always makes me feel better. That always, oh man, that always makes me feel better. So, that did the trick. That calmed me down. And so, you actually have to feel good. I need to talk to Philly 500 because here's at least some good news. Shout out to Byron Jones, who he just got paid $17 million for a guy that's had 2 interceptions. Ain't mad at him.
Desmond Bird, thank you very much for becoming a Mojo Crew member. Make sure you send me your address, the Cowboys Mark 94 email.
Your dog is afraid of me again? Or is it because of my voice? Or what'd you do to your dog? Cowboys. Let's think about this for a second. At least Byron Jones went to Miami Dolphins. At least the Eagles didn't get that player, because they were drooling. Oh man, we're gonna get Byron Jones. I'm glad that they didn't at least get Byron Jones. At least that didn't happen, because that would have been like a knife in the back right there. But Galen, so let me see if I get this straight. You'd be willing to pay Byron Jones historic money for a cornerback, just like we did for a running back, but not pay your quarterback a fair rate? Is that the way? I mean, I'm just pointing that out, because if your thing is we can't pay Dak and keep players, then you can't do that with him too. You can't keep everybody, and in some instances, sometimes maybe. Okay, let me flip the script. I've been doom and gloom. Let me flip the script here. Maybe if it ends up being that Amari Cooper signs.
Cowboy Nation 3324, thank you very much for super chat.
Wait a minute. What was that? Wait a minute. Explain to me how I'm getting calls from giant G-women fans that are, after they tagged a D-tackle, we tag a quarterback. Mind you, I live in New Jersey, 20 minutes from the stadium. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I'm not even trying to deal with crazy Giant fans. That's just too much right now. All right. Maybe, let's see if there's a possibility. The one thing New England doesn't do is they don't pay guys. They would rather let a guy who's ready to get paid walk, and in return, they get compensatory picks. I think they got 2 third-round picks this year. They got 4 compensatory picks because they let a lot of free agents walk. The year before, after they won the Super Bowl, they got 4 compensatory picks. So they had 12 picks last year, and they had 12 picks this year. So maybe the flip side of it is Byron Jones getting that big contract. We got a compensatory pick coming back next year. That's a pick that we pick up. If Amari Cooper goes and signs someplace, that's another pick. So maybe that's the bright side of it. Maybe we end up having more money and we end up finding guys like Robert Quinn, because right now Robert Quinn, he's out there. He can sign with somebody. Randall Cobb, he can sign with somebody. So Army Mom, Heather C., sometimes they click on the wrong ones and they do it by accident. So I hopefully, if somebody has an answer, please let me know. But sometimes it happens, and once you click it, you can't untime it. So hopefully it was just nothing. Oh, Agent, so you live close to a toxic waste dump, huh? You live close to the Giant Stadium? Wow. We have paid Mr. Antoine Wright Myers. Okay. Desmond, oh no, I don't want Des. Although, maybe that's the plan. I don't know. Maybe the plan is we're going to bring Des back for Amari Cooper. At this point, I wouldn't put it past the Cowboys now, would I? They seem to be... They don't make any rhyme or reason. Because, here it is. This is the kind of thing that we do. I don't know if you guys remember this. After you'd said we're not going to pay Zeke Elliott, and when you thought you were going to be okay without him.
Good color. Amari Cooper. He's got your camera. We're having some fun. Not at church.
Yeah. So Jerry actually said, when Jerry thought that, that Tony Pollard there, that boy can really run. Maybe we don't need Zeke Elliott. They did tender Cooper Rush. Maybe they figure Cooper Rush is the guy. I just don't know. Kirk Cousins 2. Well, yeah, Alan. Yeah, they're playing Kirk Cousins. Let me just check the wires here because I want to see if they have the numbers for Mariota. That one I'm curious of.
Johnny Smoke, thank you very much for that super chat, man. I appreciate it.
Marcus Mariota agrees to deal. That just blows me away. The fact that Tannehill got a new deal, $29 million a year. I don't see the details on it. I mean, you're talking about Tannehill making that team look better than when Marcus Mariota, who had been there for years, a guy who was roadkill. And you're going to sign that guy? I don't see any details on it. I'm amazed. I want to hear how much they're going to pay that guy, because that wow. And I'll tell you another one that I'm kind of surprised that I haven't heard anything on is Teddy Bridgewater, because he's a free agent. I haven't heard his name on anything. Kind of interesting, isn't it? Man, I'm beginning to feel depressed again. Derek, I like that. That Jerry Jones needs to be taken out of the Hall of Fame until we get back to the Super Bowl. I agree with you on that one. At superstar status, you think Mark Holmes what? I think Mark Holmes enjoys the Eagle trolls to contribute to his view count with YouTube. Okay. If you say so. I enjoy, you know what? I tell you what's actually funny, because Philly 500 and me, we're actually good buddies. We've been actually chatting back and forth because he's been asking me, you know, what's going on with Dak and everything else. You know, I think we're going to get Byron Jones and things, because we're actually friends. And I enjoy, you know, as much as it hurts when we lose, I still enjoy that camaraderie. It's actually a bond that I have. You know, there's plenty of Eagle fans that are out here, but they're still like family. They have their team that I don't like, but it's still like their family. Joseph, oh my God, there's a Joseph Heatherly sighting. Joseph, let me ask you, Joseph, do you recognize that? Oh, wait a minute, excuse me. The flip cameras. Joseph, do you recognize this over here? I am so happy to see you. Do you remember that? I should have the camera turn just a little bit more so we could actually see you in that spot there. That was a great gift, and of course the football gods up here from Joseph. Joseph, I'm glad to see you in here. Hope all is well with you. Oh, actually you can see. Okay, you can see. That's Joseph right there, and that's a pistol that he gave me. Glad to see you in here. I have not seen you in a while, so that makes me feel good. But I don't have a problem with fans from other teams. I mean, quite frankly, Incognito, you think you want to do it and have nobody at all watch? I mean, I like to listen to myself because I do hear voices, my own voice all the time. But it's nice to be able to have a conversation and see people here, even though they're Eagle fans. And it's also a lot more fun to ride their mother humping ass when they lose. So what's wrong with that? You act like that's a bad thing. You don't think that Eagles troll the F out of me? You don't think that Cole Pistol hasn't literally done videos with Mark Holmes beg, kiss the ring, and this kind of stuff? Come on, man. Why are you hating? I don't know what Michael's over there laughing at. Raymond, how you doing tonight? We're so dysfunctional. Jimmy Johnson was the only coach. It's been too long, Joseph. I was getting ready to get out of here, but since you're here, I'm going to hang on for a little longer. See how rumors get started. What rumor? What rumor got started? Who started a rumor? I didn't start a rumor. I didn't. Who started a rumor? What rumor got started? So next year, what will we get? Here's the thing. Norlena Davis. It depends on if you lose more free agents than you sign. It goes by the value of what they got on their contracts. So the more free agents you lose and the bigger contracts you get, the better your compensatory picks are. Does that make sense? So right now we have so many free agents, okay? I'm sure we're going to end up signing some free agents, but when you sign a free agent that's, not quite that good, and you let ones that played really well. Robert Quinn, if he signs with somebody else and gets a big contract, guess what? You're going to get probably a third or a fourth round compensatory pick. And for a guy that you gave up a sixth rounder for, you made out like a bandit. So from that standpoint, yeah, you can get some value back.
Damon Bird, thank you very much for the super chat.
Fly, Eagles, fly, but you do a good job. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I ain't got no problem with, they're stupid. They're idiots, but, their team stinks, but they're okay people. And quite frankly, it's actually amazing that the perception you get from people that aren't Cowboy fans. Redskin fans, they can actually sympathize with me. They're like, man, dog, you guys are messing up with Dak. You're doing the Kirk Cousins things.
Cowboys Nation 1971, thank you very much for the super chat.
And NFL, oh my God, we were the black and blue division. And it was just like the winner of the NFC East is going to the Super Bowl. That's how good this division used to be. But Redskin fans understand, what are y'all doing? That's the same stupid mistake we made with Kirk Cousins. Not that we're saying Kirk Cousins was the be-all, end-all, but damn, he's a lot better than the shit we got now. And we're looking at drafting another quarterback. The Redskins, this is how crazy it is. We're nickel and diming about paying Dak Prescott, right? I want you to think about this. I want you to listen to this. 2010, I think it was, they signed Donovan McNabb with $40 million guaranteed. He played one season. That's $40 million out the window right there.
Cowboys 432 WTX. Thank you very much.
If that's your case on that one, I'll say that there's a lot of quarterbacks that have problem games. And since he was injured going into that Eagles game, and you look at the way that game was also called, that they had him trying to throw the ball 40 yards, 50 yards down the field with a hurt shoulder, that they didn't use play action, that they basically called a shitty-ass game, you kind of have to look at some of those other things right there too. And there's games, because you could look at it and say the year before, Carson Wentz lost 2 games to Dak Prescott. So that's my thoughts on that. So we keep saying, are we sure that Dak is the answer? Are you sure? Are the Titans sure that Tannehill's the answer? Are the Raiders sure that Mariota's the answer? Because they thought that Derek Carr was the answer there too. But I'll look at the body of work that he's had over 4 years, and he's been more consistent than any of those other guys. And I'll say that he's got second most wins in the NFL. That's what I'll say, Cowboys 432. And thank you very much for that super chat. That's the way I look at it. Sal, how are you doing? Sounds like a whole team. Okay. Sign the man. Nice work, Jet D. Oh, yeah. See, and here's what's funny, too. You are so right, Shake Asta. Because, see, you know, when we go through and we talk about, you know, Dak Prescott, explain to me what Dak Prescott did. Dak Prescott, he had problems, you know, against. What was So, you're killing Dak Prescott for one game, but that was okay. That game right there, the 17 fumbles that Carson Wentz had last year. You're saying that you believe in that guy, that guy's the answer. Am I correct on that? It's like it always is, man. It's a shadow. It's not real thick. I probably could trim it a little more. Oh my God! But he couldn't beat him when it counted against practice squad players, so his shoulder didn't count. Come on, man. Okay, you know what? Feel free to believe what you want to believe. That's fine, because see, this is the great thing about being here in America. You know, I can believe what I want to believe. You can believe what you want to believe. If you think that he stinks and sucks and needs to go, well, that's great. You're here in my house, and in my house, I believe he's the guy for our team. So we beg to differ. And if you don't like the food I'm serving at my house, you don't have to eat here. There's other restaurants you can go get your L at, okay? But I tell you what, for all those out there talking about, well, you know, don't pay him because, you know, he didn't get us the playoffs. You do know we went 8-8, and we went 8-8, and they paid Tony Romo, right? They didn't franchise tag him. They didn't blink. They paid Tony Romo. You do know that, right? Or maybe you don't know that. You didn't know that? You didn't know that after 2 seasons of missing the playoffs with a win or go home game at the end of the season that we lost.
Cowboys Nation, thank you very much for the super chat.
Right. Wentz won 3 times in 4 years. And so I'm still trying to understand how that equates to Wentz being better than Dak. I make the best food, so you're not going anywhere? Okay. What has Dak done? Well, Dak, you know something? You're right. Romo's done a lot more things than Dak Prescott has, because Dak hasn't broken his collarbone, hasn't broken his back out there and things like that, has not blown 21-point leads or 26-3 leads against Matt Flynn and the Green Bay Packers. Dak Prescott hasn't fumbled a snap on a field goal in the playoffs. Dak is not, you're right. Dak hasn't done anything that Romo has. Nothing. Norlena Davis, I am actually, that makes me at least hopeful. And maybe we'll turn around and, we'll wake up and the coronavirus will be gone and we'll find out that the Dak Prescott deal is done and it's a deal that's good for both sides and Amari Cooper is actually still here. Whoa!
Joseph Heatherly. Damn. Glad to see everyone. Thank you very much for that super chat. Wow.
Damn. Joseph, shout out to you, buddy. Joseph, we're in overtime here, okay? But see, because when you come in here, whether you're a Cowboy fan, Redskin fan, Giant fan, whoever, you get fed, okay? We have fun in here. And I know you trolls. Come on. You trolls. It's okay, man. You trolls. You can admit it. It's okay to admit that you guys, you love me. You love actually being here. This makes your day when you get a notification. Oh my God, Mark Holmes is there. You go, not walking, you run to that laptop or that cell phone to kick it on there, don't you? Don't you? You would not make it without being able to be in here and talk. Come on, man. Come on, admit it. Okay? We family. Okay? See, you guys, you trolls, you're like that uncle that you always tell the kids, don't get too close to him. Stay away from him. Stay away from that guy. Okay? Or no. You're like that aunt who has the mustache that's always saying, come give me some sugar, honey. Come on, give your aunt B some sugar. You guys are like that. You family. So it's cool. It's cool. I know you guys love it here. Because, see, you don't get nothing like this. Well, you get a comedy show with Philly 500. I don't know what that shit is you get with Cole Pizzle. I don't know what that is. And actually, Skins fan all day, he's actually pretty cool. So all these guys are pretty cool. But come on. When you guys get blocked, you guys are up here begging, please let me back, please. Because you just can't make it without the Joe Boo Sports Report. It's okay. They know. It's all right. I don't know why they're kidding themselves.
Diane, thank you very much for the super chat. I'm sorry I butchered your name.
Regardless, we don't have to all agree, okay? And if you got blocked or timed out, it wasn't me. It was my moderators. I can kiss your high yellow ass. Oh, okay. GSBP. Who are you? You're new here, aren't you?
Cowboys Nation, thank you very much for that super chat. Let me see if I can get that back for the comment.
Damn, USC spent 42 on the low. before work with that 50 cash is straight, though. Shout out to my guy. Damn, Uncle UNC. I don't get that one, but I appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. And here's what we're going to do. I've got to figure out. There's a couple things I want to do. I believe we're all a world community. Okay, we're a world community. We did a great thing helping out Justin, who has got some illnesses and things, and enabling him to live his dream. We have some youth football players, and hopefully they'll be able to get back to spring football in the very near future and have a season. We're going to sponsor at least one, maybe two players there. But in the meantime, we're going to have some people that are going to need some help. This virus thing that's going on, hopefully they get a cure for it, or hopefully we can shut down and stop it in its tracks. But in the meantime, there's going to be a lot of people who were already living on the edge that aren't going to be able to work, their first job or their second job and things like that. So we're going to need to figure out, as a group or as a neighbor, as a friend, a community, on ways of trying to help others, because it's going to get hard. I've seen a lot of things in my life. I remember seeing gas lines in the 70s because of the gas shortages. I remember how bad the economy got in like 87. I've seen the housing bubble and stuff. And, there's people that are forgotten on the lower levels. And I want to make sure that we don't forget everybody in here. So we're going to figure out some ways that we can try and do some help and things. Shout out to J.J. Watt, who donated $350,000 to a food bank in Houston. And that's what it's about. I had, when I was up in Deep Creek, we were having a discussion about football and, what happened with Colin Kaepernick and stuff.
Cowboys Nation 1971. Thank you very much for the super chat.
And some people had opinion of, the NFL, man, they screwed over Kaepernick and this, that, and the other, and football, it's bad, this, that, and the other.
Randy Sykes, thank you very much for the super chat.
Let me know what size T you and Michael fancy so I can send you two. I survived the year. Well, I tell you what, I'm a 2X. Michael, you're a large, right? Extra large? 2X and extra large. How about that? Randy. Okay, yeah, but you're supposed to stay away from the gym now. You know that, right? Gyms are being closed. Okay, I'm just saying that's one of the things that they're closing down. That, at least Maryland announced that after 8 o'clock tonight, don't go to the gym. But we were having a discussion about football, and they were like, the way they screwed over, Colin Kaepernick and stuff like that, man, the NFL is. I said, wait a minute, hold on. I said, you have to understand. I can go through and I can talk to a kid all day long about getting an education, about doing right, staying off drugs, working hard and getting better. And you know what's going to happen? It's going to go through one ear and out the other. But when you get somebody like J.J. Watt, because of football, who has a platform and can turn around and raise $20 million for a community, or give $350,000 for a food bank, or you get a guy like Demario Davis who goes to the border and helping bring attention to, the kids that are being locked up, or going to Flint, Michigan, and Josh Norman.
No, Josh Norman's the one that started that.
Okay, and going up to Flint, Michigan, and things like that, doing things and going to CPAC. I was there at CPAC with them last year, and getting them to actually have money for prison reform. That the NFL, with all of its problems, with all of its greed and things like that, is actually part of social change. The NFL actually started integrating in 1948 and gave opportunities to people who never had one before. Is it perfect? Oh, hell no. But it allows so many great things to happen because of it. Jerry losing Amari after giving up who knows what for, nothing like a gorgeous lady that knows her Dallas Cowboy football. Oh, Vaughn, yeah, you're 100% right on Vaughn. Vaughn, and see, that's the nice thing here. We truly are a slice of America here. We've got some wonderful women and stuff that really know their football in here. We got some idiots. Camera went down. We got some idiots, of course, that just like to cause problem and are just looking for attention because their mama probably didn't hold them enough when they were a baby. We got some people that aren't too bright. We got some great individuals that are thoughtless and help others. And what do you do for families living paycheck to paycheck? Well, here's the good news on some of this stuff is a lot of the cell phone companies right now are saying, okay, we're not cutting off cell phones. I got an email from the power company saying, from Virginia Power saying, during this time of crisis, because we know people aren't going to be working, we will not be cutting off power. That's one of the things. We actually have the government trying to work together. I saw Mitt Romney saying that, what we maybe should be doing is that every, American should get $1,000 to help, get them through. We'll borrow the money now and, we'll worry about getting it later. So people are trying to band together, and if we can all just do a little bit, I got an email about donating blood, so I need to get back on that and see if I can set it up. You work for one? Oh, Randy, do you? So you're one of the ones that are saying, we'll cut you a break? I mean, that doesn't mean, oh, shit, I ain't got to pay my cell phone if you got it. No, you need to pay it because sooner or later you're going to have to pay it. Need info. Is it official that okay? Here's the thing. He's a free agent. The Cowboys don't own his rights. So the Cowboys right now are like any other team in the NFL that can sign him. So they're no different than, say, if New England wants to. Right now, other than the fact that Cooper says he wants to stay a Cowboy for life. And they're banking on that to give them, some time. But I'm also, if I'm saying I want to be a Cowboy for life, then, if you really love me, why didn't you get this thing done? Why are you letting me go? It's kind of like this. You got a girlfriend or a wife. Do you let her go out with another man? I mean, you can say, I trust you. Well, you say you want to be here, but that's okay. Go ahead. Go on a date with that other guy. It's cool, because I know you're going to come back. Your data plan is going up? Yeah, probably will. Because, well, the reality is a lot of things are going to change. There's going to be a lot more people using data, having to work from home and things like that. The internet providers, I'm hoping that all that stuff will be okay and stuff. But I wanted to talk about, too, listen, if you have a need for a computer and stuff, I forgot, Derek, I forgot you. Email me if you're looking for a laptop or consulting, or if you got a virus and things like that, because my buddy Derek right there, you'll see that right there. Just email me and I'll get you Derek's information. I'm sorry I didn't have time to prepare all that, but Derek will definitely take care of you. He's helping me with some issues with my computer system, and when I get enough money, he's building me actually a tower unit that's going to make it better for me live streaming. It'll actually enable me to get rid of some of these other computers and be able to keep from all this, where I'm using and the camera up and dies on me. Yeah. I won't have that issue anymore because Derek's going to take care of it. But we'll talk about that more on another day. It's just that this day has been crazy. Been trying to get everything together, to hunker down. I got a couple pork shoulders over there I need to season up so I can smoke them, and just trying to make sure I got enough food that I can cook and take care of other people and have it in the freezer. And of course, the Cowboys are making me lose my mind because they're not signing anybody, and everybody's a free agent. And then you hear about Marcus Mariota signing with the Raiders and crap like that. And I mean, it's just crazy. The world's just crazy right now. Man, if this doesn't end well, I just give up on the fixed game. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, I don't. The Cowboys got to do something because I think you're about to. Michael, don't be spreading panic with non-facts. Okay. Okay, I missed that one. Vernay Muck. George Kettle to the Cowboys. Okay. Cheyenne Maxwell. God bless everyone, even Eagle fans. Okay. In the early 90s, who was the best defensive player in the East? Oh, wow. In the early 90s. Best defensive player in the NFC, in the East. You have to probably say Reggie White. I appreciate that, Joseph. I think I've got to think on that because this thing has evolved and changed so fast. I was gone out of town over the weekend, and I'm just getting back. But I've got a couple people that I've been doing some stuff just kind of help me because people have already been cut down on work and stuff. So as a community, I don't know exactly what we can do, but we need to sometimes people just need. I don't know if it's a canned food drive that we can try and donate. So I don't know. I'll work on that though. But I appreciate that. We'll get it figured out. Oh, I'm sorry.
Prince Jackson, thank you very much for the super chat. I'm sorry I missed that. I get moving around and stuff, and I miss stuff. Sorry.
Can you haters please stop your Miss Jackie? You're asking for too much now. Miss Jackie, come on now. You can't. You're gonna ask a hater not to be a hater anymore? That wouldn't be a hater now, would it? Oh wow, not a peach then. Oh, come on, man. Now, are you trying to say we're ass? Oh man, come on, man. Come on. Emily Ann, how you doing tonight? Derek Young, Mike B, Rodney Petaway, Miss Jackie, of course, Ernest Montgomery, David Skull, Eric Walker, and Joseph. So we've taken up a lot of the bandwidth tonight. It's been a long day, and I'm kind of tired. I just want to know what
Why in the hell would the Dallas Cowboys do this? Seriously. So you didn't listen to me last week. You're going to bring.
And on a night like tonight, you need to get shot glasses. And I think you need to get the big bottle. Everybody who's become a channel member, thank God you did, because you're going to need your shot glasses because the Dallas Cowboys, well, they make you drink. So, it's funny. Whoever you are, Trevor Johnson, those shot glasses are trash. You just mad because you ain't got one and that you ain't taking a drink with the rest of us. So, everybody, look out for each other. We, as Americans, will get through this thing. We'll be better on the other side. And maybe, just maybe, it'll actually bring us together better as a country. I thank each and every one of you guys and wonderful ladies, and even some of you young kids that are in here that have come in, support the channel, are here consoling each other, because the Cowboys, like, let's face it, the Cowboys, we don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't think that they know what the hell they're doing. And they definitely make us drink. This one's to all you guys. Woo! That Bacardi. It's time to turn out the lights, because this party's over.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night.
Don't let Marcus Mariota
The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.
Tannehill got. Tannehill. Okay, so Tannehill. Remember, Miami let him go.
And he actually
Okay,
went to the
you know
playoffs.
he had a catastrophic knee injury.
But he went to the Tennessee and won.
He went to Tennessee as a backup.
And won two.
Okay, Mariota, who was the number one pick. I'm sorry, second pick in the draft. Okay, it was Winston and him, and they said, you can't miss with either of these guys. Okay, he got benched for Tannehill. Now let's be honest here. Derrick Henry is the reason why that team won, and Derrick Henry was the reason that team won. And so, for them to go ahead, and this is what's so freaking insane.
What was Mario doing when he had Henry? Nothing. Tannehill comes in and wins 2 playoff games. When Mariota hasn't won, I don't think he won a playoff game, to be honest.
Well, well, no, he did. They won one. But here's the thing. Here's what is so freaking insane with some of these Cowboy fans. Oh, well, we should have gotten Ryan Tannehill. He's better than Dak Prescott. Wait a minute. You look at, first of all, they have a Bill Belichick disciple coach, Mike Grable, who outcoached Bill Belichick against New England. He figured out how to go ahead and basically keep the ball away from Bill Belichick. See, that's the difference of what we never had. We have a coach that is handicapped when it came to coaching on the field. He was a freaking idiot. How do you lose games when you're up 26-3? That's the kind of stuff that we had with Jason Garrett. And that was with Tony Romo. Tony Romo had games where we're up by 21 points and lost them. What? So, I want to know how much they paid Marcus Mariota. Still, I don't see any numbers yet, but they didn't waste any time with Kirk Cousins. They said immediately $33 million, and I'm like, and this thing of you know what, he should be, the Dak Prescott should be thankful. Dak Prescott should be thankful that he has a job and that he's greedy. But yet Kirk Cousins, they're cutting players in Minnesota so that way they can go ahead and pay him after he's already got $88 million guaranteed. And we're sitting here with a guy who right now, Cooper Rush will make more money than Dak Prescott in one season has any other season. It's just freaking ridiculous. And it's just like, I just, at least I say, okay, you look at Dak, every year Dak gets better and better and better. He has, right? It's instead of finding a reason to say, you know what, that's okay, that's pretty, you can at least say, maybe he's not quite there, but I see him doing things and getting better. What's amazing is, take a look at Carson Wentz's numbers from 2017. His statistics every year have gone down. He fumbles second most in the NFL. Blind eye. And it's just like, why aren't you using the same? Well, okay, he made the playoffs. And couldn't play more than 4 plays. Shit's ridiculous. Chiefs have re-signed Chad Henne. Okay. Joe Hayden restructures contract to get Steelers some more cash. Big question is what's going to happen. You know, Tom Brady. I wonder if Tom Brady is going to be left holding the bag. Well, he's a free agent, and thus far.
That's why I said they might just let him walk. That's okay because they'll probably draft somebody.
Well, no.
What they'll probably do is they'll let him go. They'll probably draft somebody and groom him to be the next Tom Brady, and he'll win his first game when he starts.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
And Jimmy Graham goes to the Bears. That's going to be interesting. But see, that's one of those guys that 2-year, $16 million deal, including $9 million guaranteed. Wow.
Because you only have for 2 years. So that's kind of like.
You know, this is the kind of stuff. I think most people are shocking. The Cowboys' inability to do a Dak deal is shocking.
It's not shocking.
And also funny. You know, this is where we're the freaking laughing stock of the NFL.
Dallas Cowboys know what they're doing. They put their laundry out there too much. Because what they're doing is they're buying time.
I keep Byron Jones, $17 million a year. I mean, that's
Do we get
for.
a pick out of it?
Well, we'll get a compensatory pick.
Then.
Yeah,
I have no problem with it then. If we get a pick out of it this year, next year, whenever.
You know, I love this. Bill O'Brien must be stopped. The Hopkins trade is the last straw. Every reason why O'Brien needs to go. I bet Case Keenum's happy to get out of Washington still uninjured.
He getting 18 million, 10. He get 18 million for 3. No, he get 18 million, 10 of his guaranteed for 3 years.
Hey, I ain't mad at
He's
him.
probably gonna be sitting on the bench too for most of that time. Unless what's make it hurt. I'll take 10 million sit on the bench and do nothing.
You.
I would. I'll be set. I'm gonna invest that money real quick. After my 3 years, I'll invest that money.
Wow. Now, this is kind of, a lot of people don't think about character players, but you know, I look at a lot of the guys that have worked with United Way, and they're leaders, and you know, their character means a lot on the field. Okay, Calais Campbell, Man of the Year. Calais Campbell is a lights-out player, but he also realizes that he's got a lot of power to affect change and stuff, and that's one of the reasons why he's good. He's relentless. He doesn't give up, and he's going to do things. So here's what Blake Jarwin did. Blake Jarwin just got his deal. He's donating part of his new deal to Oklahoma State workers. So he's donating money to help, you know, state workers that are going to be unemployed this. You see guys like J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt has been injured so much, but J.J. Watt is out there doing this stuff. And see,
J.J. Watt does.
He does what?
He does a lot of stuff for Houston.
Oh, he raised that $20 million after the hurricane. And see, guys like that, they don't seem to understand how much of a leader, how other guys follow along with their lead. And usually, those are guys that are difference makers. And a lot of times, people don't focus on those. But that is a huge thing. You know, when it comes down to, when you have guys that haven't had much, or guys that have had to go and earn what they've got. See, you get guys that have had, they've been the pampered athlete, you know. They've always been the guy. You know, they go to college, you know, they're a 4-star recruit. They go to college, they end up playing and everything else, and they look at him and say, oh, this guy, he's going to be a great quarterback. He's got the size. He's got the strength. And that guy ends up being a bust. But it's the guy that had to go out there and bust his ass that was never given an opportunity. Because I'm going to tell you, with DeMario, the thing about DeMario, I've got to finish reading this book. I don't read a whole lot of books, but I got to finish reading this book. And then talking, because after I started, you know, Tracy was reading it when we were on one of these road trips, and listening to these things. His school, he was actually a punt returner. He was an incredible punt returner, but he was a thug. And so the team, the coach, I told you, oh, okay. Yeah, man, you know, come on, man. You know, I'm old, and I tell the same stories over.
It's only one of the times when we were driving to work or driving home from work.
Oh. I didn't get the stream off, did I? Hey, guys. Sorry about that. So, all right, guys. I get forgetful sometimes, and kept on talking here. Okay. Anyway, I'm embarrassed. I hope I didn't say anything bad. I will see you guys soon.